We have finally come to the last layer, layer 3, also known as the application layer. If we go back to our neighborhood analogy, we are currently on the highest level of the entire infrastructure. We started from the tunnel below the surface, then we had the foundation, the house itself as an extension on top of the foundation, and now we are at the level of the rooftop. And when you think about layer 3, you can also think about terms like JavaScript, wallets, crypto exchange, authentication, dApps, React, and frontend. What is actually in layer 3? This is where the decentralized applications live. They are a tool that allows users to interact with the deeper blockchain architecture and also to provide information for the deeper blockchain layers. And one of the most common examples of the dApps are crypto exchanges, which are the tools that allow users to manage their crypto investments. Let's focus for a second on the difference between the Web 2 apps and the Web 3 dApps. If you remember from the first video in this module, we were talking about the client-server infrastructure, where we had the web pages, the applications that were separate projects that were then talking to the server, which was holding the backend, so the logic of the code of certain interactions, and then communicating with the storage, so a database that was holding information. And then the information could be passed back to the applications. On the Web3 side, however, the process is different because the communication is decentralized. So as you can see here, the applications are also separate products, but they talk to the network of nodes, which are also communicating with each other. And as you can see, we can't really clearly see the layering here as we've seen on the left side, because what happens here actually is that while servers were the backend and the database is the storage, in the Web3 example, blockchain is actually both. It is the server that is holding the logic, the rules that are written in the smart contracts that tell the infrastructure how to process the data. And it's also the database, because if you remember, blockchain is storing the entire transaction history. So what actually happens? What goes on in layer 3? First of all, it enables blockchain-based applications, so the decentralized applications that we just talked about. Through those applications, we can provide information that then will be processed in layer 1. So we provide information that we input somehow in an application like OpenSea, and this is then passed down to blockchains like Bitcoin or Ethereum. It also interacts with the logic of smart contracts, which define the rules for processing the data and performing different actions. And don't worry about smart contracts. There is an entire module that is focusing on them, so you'll be able to understand how they are built and what they do. Lastly, the layer 3 opens the blockchain doors to people that are non-technical and people who don't really get exact details of how nodes communicate, how the new blocks are created. And it allows them to, for example, manage their funds with cryptocurrencies. So if we will look at the examples, we already talked about OpenSea, which is the world's first and largest digital marketplace for crypto collectibles and NFTs. And it allows users to buy, sell, and discover digital items. CryptoKitties is a game which is built on Ethereum, and it allows users to purchase, collect, breed, and sell virtual cats. It got very popular because it was actually one of the earliest attempts to use the blockchain technology for leisure, simply for entertainment. And lastly, Uniswap, which is the crypto trading protocol, a decentralized exchange that allows the peer-to-peer market making. So what does it mean? It allows users to invest without the involvement of any third party, without the involvement of a financial institution.